Hello, welcome to Car Crazy Norwegian. My name is Sven, and now it's time for part 3 of detailed head gasket replacement video. If you haven't watched video number 1 or 2, I highly recommend that you do that first. I'll post link in the description down below, and without further ado, let's go. Okay, so the first we will start to do now is to remove the alternator, because I want that out of the way, because I like to have a lot of clearance when I work. So first we have a connector here. Let's see if I can do this correctly without breaking the connector, because that's never a good thing. It should be like that, or is it? It's always nice to have these sharp edges so you can cut yourself a little bit. It has to be like this. There we are. That's the connector out, and then 10mm here. There we are. Ooh. I'm actually twisting that a little more than I like, so I think I will do that with both my hands, and I can show you when I have removed it. Brake bar. There we are. Back to the 15mm down below. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can actually take the rest of it with my fingers now, I think. If I can get them down in here. Yeah, I can. Here we are. I cannot actually get to the bolt on the other side. I have to wait to have removed the upper one first. Oh, now that's finger tight as well. Oh, no, that's spinning around. Okay. Like that. And then I just put the nut into the bolt, because then I know where it belongs. And now we should able to move the alternator away slightly. So, just push it slightly away to begin with, and now we can access the mounting bracket for the alternator. And I believe these are 13mm. Yep. And here is one. Oh, that's smaller. That's 10 maybe. Oops, upside down. There. Come on. Oh. Oh dear. That wasn't exactly going to fall off by itself. Okay, that's loose. Can I take this one with my hand? Yes, I can. Like that. Now just wiggle the heat shield slightly out of the way. Just be careful not so I don't bend it out of shape. And get the lower on here. And try not to lose it. There we have it. Now I should be able to take this bracket off. Oops. Professional recording as ever. There. Come on. Here we are. There it is. I can see a little bit of oil residue there. Now, if you can see down here, if I push on the lower bolt, I don't know if you can see that moving in there. There's where you access the lower mounting bolt. I need both my hands to this, so I will remove it without recording. There we have it. So I will just put the nut on that one as well. It's a good thing to notice. It's the lowest one is the longest. Oh, like that. Now let's try to get the alternator up. It can be a little bit tight to wiggle it out, but it is possible. It needs quite a bit of wiggling, so I cannot record wiggling it out. I need both my hands, so I will get back to you when it's done. Oh, it's pretty well stuck on there, and I cannot get access enough to get a breaker bar or anything down there, so I'll just leave it in place. It will be fine. I can access all of the nuts to the like manifold and such, but now I have to put the engine mount bracket and such back in place, because I need to remove the jack, because it's supporting the engine and I need it out of the way so I can get access underneath the engine. Okay, so now I've just entered the engine mounting bracket, so I can just ain't gonna tighten this down anything because it's just temporary. Just enter these on top here. And these again are all 15 millimeter. And we have a nut that's going there, that's 18 millimeter. Let's see if I can do this without losing it, because that would be annoying. My type of luck I will probably do now. Now I need to find the 18 millimeter socket. There. There's no need to tighten up things now, because this is just temporary. So now it is time to I have to clean, take this away, arrange it a little bit. Actually, this one I can put back in place again, because I don't need to remove the alternator. There's no point in doing it, so I'll just get this back again. Now I can lower the jack without having the engine falling down. Yes, so now I can remove the jack. Okay, so before we go down and start dismantling the exhaust and the intake system, we will just remove all the ignition electrics. And here we have 3 8 millimeter bolts. as usual, place the bolts where they belong. The shortest one in the middle, like that. So now you can see the ignition coils and the leads here, and here we also have 8 millimeters. Like that. And now we can just lift the ignition coil a little bit and loosen the connector. There we are. That's that out of the way. And this one. Oh, sorry. There we are. I'll remove that first. This one first, and then have to lift up that ignition lead. It's a little bit damaged, as you can see. It's quite goodly placed. Oh, ouch. I have to get a plier for that. So now I'll try not to break it anymore than it already is. It is plastic, so I need to be a little bit careful. Oh, there we are. So now I can remove that one. And put them where they belong. And place them somewhere. So the next one, oh, that came off instantly, like that, and place that somewhere safe. So now I will carefully remove the wiring loom for the ignition coils. At least try to. So the insulation is quite brittle. Like that. Oh, come on. Ah, there. Now, I'll just carefully get that out of the way. Carefully. What do we have here? It says BMW. Crisis. Yeah, if you wondered if BMW had any influence on these cars, yes, they did. Now, I actually think I will start to, before I go down to the exhaust part, I will start to remove the intake manifold. And then we'll start by loosening these little hoses, these breather hoses. Oops, it's probably a better tool to do this, but there, and this one. Oops. Professional as always. that. And now you can just slide these off. And it's a good idea to check the condition of these kind of hoses. If they have started cracking, oh, sorry, I had my finger over the camera. If these are starting to crack, it's a good idea to replace them like that. And disconnect this one. This one we can leave in place. So I'll just try to help that along a little bit with a clip removal tool, like that. You always have to be a little bit careful because these are plastic and it's a 17-18-year-old car now, so it can be brittle. So it is a good idea to be careful. Now I have already loosened this vacuum for the brake servo. Really, I should show you how to do that because there is a certain way to do that as well. I'll just plug it in. And what you do when you have to remove that one is you have to press it carefully inwards, and then that one, and then it should just slide carefully out. It's just, but you have to be a little bit careful because you can break the connector, and these hoses can be a little bit brittle as well because it is just plastic. So yeah, we can loosen that as well. And now for the bracket for the throttle wire. It isn't really necessary to get it off, really, it isn't. No, I think I will not bother to do that because I don't need to remove the intake manifold entirely from the engine or from the car. So okay, so now I will remove this little hose. There is a little water passing through the inlet manifold, so I will just get that out of the way so it's easier to access the nut that holds the manifold in place. Oh, focus. Oh, yeah, I think, oh dear, oh, it actually broke. Oh, the whole clamp broke. Okay, we'll get a new one. It's not like it's a crisis. Let's just get that out of the way so it doesn't get in places it absolutely shouldn't be. Okay, I'll get back to you. I need to tackle this on my own. Yeah, never mind that. Now that the tip has broken off, I can easily access the nut anyways. So yeah, let's just loosen that and get it out of the way. Oh, come on, there. Oh, there we are. I won't take it all the way out before I have loosened everyone first. Okay, and now there should be one down there. Let's see if we can access that one. Oh, professional camera work. Oh, one there. Oh, there we are. A little bit skeptical about this, honestly. I'm afraid that might round it off, and I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll have to take that without an extension. Let's try one of those. Let's lower down. You just have to feel my way down here. Oh, there it's one. And there it is one. Yeah. See, yes, that's loosening quite nicely. Yeah, you won't be able to see. There, about. It's not the best camera angle, but if it will give you a rough idea how it is. And there is another one, and that is there. If you oh dear, oh sorry, you can see my tool there. It is roughly behind here, there. Oh, there we are. It isn't difficult to do, you just have to feel your way through it. Oh. There it is. Loose. Oh, a little tight to move your hands down in here, but that's that one out. Like that. Then I'll take the last one. There you can see it. Just like there. Another one there, and I think now I will get that one. There we are. Focus. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. And these are not on very tight at all, because the manifold is plastic, so you aren't supposed to tighten it very well. Ooh, there. Oh. See if I can reach down in here with my fingers. I think I'll have to take that from the other side. Not a chance, it's too much in the way. So let's take. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, there. Oops, excuse me. This is just terrible recording. Like that. That's that one. And to get the last one, that one, off without an extension. Now that seems to be the way to do it, like that. Oh, come on, come on. Ooh, there. Fiddly stuff. Now, technically the inlet manifold should be loose now. Now, of course, oh, idiot, it's that one. Oh my god. Unprofessional as always. Jesus, is it possible? Okay, let's try again. Here we are. Oh, I managed to twist that. Oh, come on. Come on, there we are. Oh, that's the last one. I think I have gotten everyone off now. Oh, there are two more. How could I forget about that? Dear me, unprofessional. How very unprofessional. Okay, okay. There we are. Okay. Oh dear, oh dear. Can you actually tolerate watching this? Right, so much hoses and stuff just down here. Oh, come on, come on, come on, please. Please come off. Oh, there we are. Oh, there we are. Patience. Don't get too excited. Or carried away, rather. Oh, crikey, come on, please. This is starting to get just painful. It's not alright working with one hand and recording with the other one. Okay, I think I can take the rest of it with my hand. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we are. Like that, and the last one. over here somewhere. There. Strangely enough, suddenly the manifold started wiggling. Can you actually see anything of what I'm doing? Now I can take the rest with my hand. If I can get access, yes I can. Oops, excuse me. Yes, finally. So let's carefully try to remove the inlet manifold. What's holding it on now? I have to check on the other side to see if it's something holding onto it. Yes, I just have to move this clippy thing here that holds the wire down. Let's see if I can do that without destroying it. I think I have to do that from back here actually. If that's manageable, that's all, without breaking anything. Oh dear, unprofessional. Can I twist it a little bit, maybe? I'll do this. I need both my hands to do this. It's just too fiddly. Now it's out. There, now we can try to get the inlet manifold out of the way carefully. I don't want to break anything. Oh dear, careful, don't get too excited. Now, I'll try to remove this one. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I can manage to just pull it off my hand now, possibly. I have to use both my hands for this because this is just chaotic. There it's off. Now I'll just have to let the inlet manifold rest carefully here. Oh, la la. Okay. Now let's move on to the exhaust part. And as I used to say, this is where the real fun starts. Okay, so now we are underneath the car, and here you can see the flange between the front pipe here and the manifold and catalytic converter. Now these tends to be on like really tight, like rust welding in place. So actually they don't look too angry, but I am not taking any they don't look too terrible, but I just know how they can be. So I will try a agadaga to begin with. But this isn't a proper one. This is an electric one that I bought cheap on the discount. They are mainly just to change wheels and such, but I will try just to shock it loose rather than using a brake bar and risking of snapping it directly off. It happens. If it does snap, I just have to deal with it. But if I can, if I don't have to snap it, I'll rather go for that solution. So let's try at least. You see if we have any luck. How on earth is that possible? I don't have that type of luck. Oh, I'll bet the other one will break instead then, because it won't be normal if I don't break it. How is that possible? I never have this type of luck. Huh. Well, that's joyful. Okay, let's go up and starting to loose the bolts up there. Okay, so before we start to take off the nuts on the exhaust manifold, you can see I have put my wrench in a bolt down here, which hold the heat shield in place, where it's mounted up to the engine block, and it's held in place with 13 millimeter bolts. That's loose. Let's try the other ones. This is a pig of a job to get to. What about that one? Any luck with that? No. It's a little bit tight for space, really. Oh dear, I need something else to do this with, because this is just clumsy. Okay, let's try with a brake bar. There isn't much space to turn this, but let's hope we have good luck that it just breaks loose at least. Yeah, it does. Thank God. I'll just have to turn the socket a little bit, and maybe I can move it a little bit more. Now I managed to break all of them loose with the breaker bar, so now I have a smaller ratchet like this, and let's hope I can get space enough in here now to actually get these bolts out of here. Yeah, it seems like we'll be fine. Oh dear. It isn't much space here at all. Come on. There we are. Maybe I can just, I think actually I'll manage to take them out by hand. Yeah, wonderful. That's what we like to see. Like that. There. Oh, do I have any chance to reach down in there? No. Probably not. Oh, maybe, yeah, yes. There. slightly uncomfortable position, but it works. Ouch. My shoulders are going to be a pain tomorrow. There we are. There. Just put them there so I know where they are until the manifold is off. Now we can start to take the nuts off the manifold. Now, these are 15mm bolt nuts. It's loose. Take the rest with my hand. Oh, yeah. It feels about free enough. I didn't cock myself too much on the heat shield. Oh yeah. Oh. No, I need to take a little bit more. Oh dear. Oh no. Yeah. That's fun. The bolt broke inside the cylinder head. Bollocks. Of course. All right. Yeah. We have to deal with that when the cylinder head is off, but yeah. Reality for you there. That also moves alarmingly easy. Oh. Let's see if we have cracked that one as well. Yeah, looks like it. The joys, the joys. So I'll be ordering new bolts and nuts for this one as well, as I had to do with Callan. ZTT. Huh. No, it isn't broken. Huh. Maybe these are just shorter than I remember. Huh. Yeah. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't appear to be broken actually. I need an extension now. Okay. I've already cracked this one loose, so it's only 2 at the bottom here. Ouch. Come on. Oh, it's too tight. I think I'll just remove the extension. Let's try now then. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely no one broken yet. All right. Now that one is the most difficult one to get to. So let's see what we do about that. Now, I actually managed to break it loose. God, this is painful. And it's sliding off. It is very tight down in here. I need both my hands for this, so I think you get the point of this. I'll just remove it and come back to you. Okay, so there the manifold slided off. So now I'll just remove the gasket. And take off the last bolt. Try not to drop it. Yeah, I'll find that. That's no crisis. Now I'll just take the wire for the unplug the O2 sensor, and that is under here. See if I can manage to do that correctly. And just twist that a little bit and wiggle it out. And here we have the connector. Oh, excuse me. And you just push there and take the connector apart. Just push on that tap there. There it is apart. And now I will just carefully slide this through here. And as always, be careful with plastics like this. Is almost 20 years old, so it can be brittle and break. Come on. Come on. Through there. There we are. Now, it's loose. Let's see if we can wiggle this exhaust assembly out of here without any catastrophes. Or maybe I will have to take it down, perhaps. I think maybe I'll have to remove that one actually. You don't really have to remove the exhaust manifold. It can just rest down here. It's resting quite steadily there, so there's no need to remove it completely. It's quite greasy down here, isn't it? It has actually started to blow coolant out between the block and the cylinder head, which is quite common on these because elastomer layer can harden and get brittle and letting coolant pass. And when the head gasket first breaks, that's the best way really, because it's better than it going inwards and mixing up with oil and all of that shit. So alrighty, now let's remove the camshaft position sensor. Is that an 8mm or is it 10? I cannot remember. I need to find two. That was a 10mm. Like that. And so there's a little washer there. Just mind so you don't lose that. And wiggle the sensor gently out without breaking it. Like that. Let's place that safely out of the way. Like that. Now, and just wiggle this connector out like that. And so, now, what I will do now at this point is, I think I'll just put that washer and bolt for the cam sensor back in here, so I know where it is. So, and now it is time to get the cam cover off, and that is only 8mm bolts. So I will have to find another tool to loosen those. Alright, so now just start by loosening them like this. Excuse me. Oops. Come on, there. That's as the last one. And now we should be able to just lift the cam cover off like this. I'll just place this over here just for now. There are quite a bit of mayo in here actually. I haven't found anything on the dipstick, but maybe it's just condensation, I don't know. Yeah, just a little bit varnish in here. It hasn't had too much, it hasn't been too spoiled with oil changes, this engine, so but it has had some now and then. Now let's get back to the engine. Okay, so now I can just lift the gasket off, and I'll just place it in a plastic bag for now. This is actually almost new, this gasket. I replaced it last year while I did some other repairs on the car, but I'm not going to reuse it. There will be another one following in the head gasket kit, so I'll just replace it with a new one. So yeah, let's tidy this out of the way. So now we're so far, but now my phone needs a charge and I'm starting to get hungry, so I think I'll have lunch and a cup of tea, and then we will get back to this in a short while. So which tea do we take today? Lemon and orange tea. That's lovely. Delightful. Yes. Lovely smell. That was lovely. Okay, let's crack on. I just put that loosely over there, so it wasn't all open to the elements. Now, what I will do now is there, all the bolts. Where they belong, so then I know where they are. Like that. Now I will put this safely in a little plastic bag and take it off to a mate of mine to have this properly cleaned off, to like blast off all this oil, varnishy, black brownish burnt oil residue, so it will look nice and clean when we put it on later. So now it's time to get the spark plugs out, and for that you need a long 16mm socket, and this has a type of rubber grommet in there that grips the spark plug when you lift it out. Just loosen them slightly first, like that. And now I can turn them out by hand. Come on. There we are. There. Got the spark plug. That. Of course, that always like falls off the little rubber grommet. Crikey. So fun. Niggly little things that make everything take much longer time than needed. Oh, let's just put them down in there and help it down a little bit. And let's move on to the next one. Come on, get up. There we are. That's the last one. Like that. And what I'm going to do now is, I think I will, okay, first I think I'll have to take off the cam gears, because I will not just loosen the head bolts now, because as I have mentioned before, I will change every single of the hydraulic tappets, and to do that the camshafts needs to go out, and by that you have this frame that you see here that needs to come out. Also a ton of 8mm bolts also inside here that holds the camshaft down in place. So then I will first start by loosening these bolts, and as you may see here, I have installed a camshaft locking tool there, so they don't rotate out of position. Now that there isn't any bolts, no, excuse me, that's a belt in place that joins it with the crank. So then it's very important to lock these gears. So but now I'll just find a socket so I can loosen this one, because the inner timing cover also needs to come off. Now there we are, and these are 17mm bolts. So let's see if we can crack this loose. Like that. That one's loose, and this one. There we are. Loosen it up a little bit there. A little bit more. Yeah, there we are. Now we can just take the bolts out. There we are. That's a little bit tweaked in there, but just need to set up that there. I'll try not to break it. Oh my god. I'll just try to wiggle this out. So now the cam gears are out. It's just a matter of just to wiggle them a little bit. So now it's time to get the cam carrier off. So we'll just start by removing these. These are also 8mm bolts. I'll just start by loosening them up first, so like that. That, and take this one. Just get these out of the way first. So like these are the outer ones. I'll just try to separate them so I don't mix them up. I like to get them back in the place they originally belong. That. Now I think perhaps I need to remove these covers actually. We see the bit that's 10mm, and I just need to find that. Just leave that there for now. And get the other one. Oh, those are much smaller. It looks like it might be 8, or is it even smaller? Well, that's very small. It's like a 6mm or something. Oops, it's actually 7mm. That as well. Yeah, they're not stuck at all. You're not supposed to like torque this down or anything. They're just protective covers. Oh. It's a little bit limited for space. So just take one of these. out. Looks like there's a thread sealer on it actually. Like that. I'll store these safely away. So it's time for these inner screws or bolts to the cam carrier to come out. Yeah, look at this sludge. There's no wonder I have a stuck tappet if there's a lot of these around in the engine. So I'll just find some paper. So now I have a box with some paper that I can put the greasy bolts in. Like that. And now let's see if I can wipe my hands a little bit. If I can pry this gently off. I expect it to be a little bit stuck really, because it has never been off in almost 20 years, so I expect it to be a little bit stuck. So yeah, I'll have to manage this without recording. Of course, I'm just stupid. I missed 2 bolts. There are one here and here as well. Oh Lord. Yeah. Cracking loose. Look at all this. Oh dearie me. that. Now we should be able to lift this off. It's only a little bit tight, but I need both my hands for this. I have to wiggle it off. So let's just gently remove the camshafts like that. It might be a little bit of oil spillage, but like that. And the other one. Like that. They're safely there. Quite a bit of mess. I think I'll just take some paper and get this oil out of the way. Okay, so now all that is gone. I will just check over the tappets. I know I will change them, but I will just see if I can figure out which of them makes noise. That actually doesn't move at all. Not that one either. That one does. Every one of them is. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to replace all of these, because I think they are in bad nick, every one of them. It's one or two especially that makes quite a lot of noise, but yeah, I won't throw them away. I will keep them and clean them thoroughly. Take them apart and clean them thoroughly. So, but now I just have to remove some oil residue. Okay, so let's see if we can remove the tappets before my battery goes out again. There we are. That's one. Oop. Be interesting to see what kind of difference this will make when we bring the engine back to life. Now remember, this isn't something that you must do if you're only changing the head gasket. This is only something you have to do if you are changing the tappets, or if you need to get the frame that goes above the camshafts if it's leaking between there, because mine had started to do that. But you don't have to go through this ordeal just for the head gasket's sake. Like that. now they are gone. It is a bit varnishy and sludgy down here, so I have seen worse, I definitely have, but yeah, it's definitely a good thing to do this. Now, as you can see, I have refitted the holding bolts for the shield that goes around the manifold. No, excuse me, yeah, manifold and catalytic converter. And equally, I've just entered the nuts here that goes to the inlet manifold, so then I know where they are. So, and here I have the dry bolts for the cam carrier. I'll put them together, put those together with the other ones. Now, people, I think it's time for me to clean up and tidy and call this a day, because I did want to take the cylinder head off today, but of course I don't have the right socket to get the cylinder head bolts off. I totally forgot about it, so I'll have to take off the cylinder head tomorrow night if the weather is all right. So I think we say or call this a day, and I'll say thank you for watching. Hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.